They selected me just for that. I'm sorry. Thank you.
Bonsoir. Good afternoon to all and welcome. My name is Lolita, as some of you know, and I'm so thankful. So our goal today is to gather as a community, not only to have a conversation, but to strategically plan and devise a strategic plan, and of course, a sustainable plan to help our country. And so, of course, again, thank you all of you. I see a lot of business owners here, of course, leaders of the community are here. I'd like to recognize some of the people that have made today possible. Monsieur Reginald Julio, I mean, we're here somewhere, thank you. There we go. And Monsieur Franz Rouget, thank you.
Okay, I think this is something good that you're doing for Haiti. I too have ties to Haiti. I have a brother named Haiti. We thought that it was a great opportunity for everybody to come together to make sure that people in Haiti know that we love them back here in the U.S. You know, a lot of times we forget where we come from. And oftentimes we don't look where we should look. And where we come from is our foundation. So I hope today is the beginning of something big. I don't think it should be a crisis to help the people in Haiti. This is something that's kind of like twisting your arm to make you really, really look, but we know now it's embarrassing because the whole world is looking. Yeah, I think things like this should happen more often than not. Like you should come together as a community, especially all the Haitians here in Atlanta or in the Southeast. You should show some presence for yourself to help your country. You know, I'm U.S., born in Miami. My descent is Haiti, Cuba, Jamaica, United States. So I know what it's about, and we do this every day. You know, we reach out to help people that can't help themselves. Of course, you know that Drinking Water has the goal of supplying great water to Haiti. We have the Help Haiti campaign. And all you do is buy a case of water, which is $20, and we donate another case, and we send it to the kids in Haiti. I don't want us to think that this is something that we can put a Band-Aid on and it's going to go away. It's not going to go away. It's a continuous thing. And so you got to ask yourself today, what is it that you're going to do? What is it you're going to do as a community? What is it going to do as yourself? Gut check yourself. How are you responsible? Because the people in Haiti really, really need you. Think about that. When we get up and say our prayers in the morning, and we ask God to take care of us, our duty is to take care of those that can't, less fortunate than we are. Not in the position that you're in. You know, a lot of times America can get you lost, and you kind of feel like, okay, well, I'm good. But you're not good as long as your family not good. So I want you to enjoy yourself today. We have to do this again. If it's not Nancy's Pizza, it'll be someplace else. Of course, I'm the founder of the Small Business Challenge. We have about 380 businesses. We've come together to make sure that we make a difference in the community. So the channel would also be getting involved in this project to help our people back in Haiti. But again, I stress to you, I mean, this is coming together what are you gonna do? You gotta ask yourself that. What are you gonna do? You gonna leave a dollar, a dime, clothes, toothpaste, whatever you can do to help the people. There is nothing that's not needed. So again, I thank you and hope you feel welcome.
So we will have a moment of silence at this time for the victims of Hurricane Matthew. At this time, we'd like to call Haitian Community-October to the floor. Olin has asked that you say the word.
Why? Number one, because I'm just doesn't take a lot for me to get excited, right? Everybody who knows me. But growing up in the Haitian community, a lot of times we have a tendency of having a negative impression of who we are and what we can do. And I'm here to take away any doubts that you have of our ability to come together and to do things. Number one, yes, it's possible. We can come together and make a difference. We have 2010 to learn from what happens when we panic, when we do things individually. 2010, the world has never raised so much money. There's never been more attention on a catastrophe than the earthquake, right? And what happened? Well, not much, because it wasn't a collective effort. Everybody was doing things differently. We thought that us, as Haitians, we couldn't handle it. So we looked to other people to come and do it. Well, in 2016, we need to understand that now this is our story, it is our homeland, and we need to take control. We cannot move the island. There will be other catastrophes. So we can't just be coming together every time something goes wrong. We need to come together once and then manage that decision.
Again, the reason that we're here today is to talk about Haiti, okay? But before we can talk about Haiti, we have to talk about our community. We have to get together at a community level, get some things in order before we can help Haiti. A lot of people would look at us and say, well, how are you going to help your country and you can't help the community? Because the community we have here, we have a lot of issues that are not being addressed. Reason why? Because we don't think as one, we think as individuals, we don't think as a group. To give you an idea, about a year and a half, 2 years ago, we did a little project. We started collecting data about the community. One thing we found out, there's about 108 churches, Haitian churches. There's about 85, at the time there were about 85 Haitian businesses. There's about 13 social organizations, and so on and so forth. When we gathered together, we said, well, how many of us, there were about 30 or 40 people, said, how many of us go to a Haitian church? Except for the couple pastors that were there, nobody raised their hands. We said, okay, on the 85 businesses that we have, how many of us have a relationship with a Haitian business? Everybody looked, and nobody raised their hands. The social club, the social organizations that we have, how many folks are involved? How many folks are being helped? How many, so we do a very good job. A lot of times you hear people say, we are not organized. Haitians are not organized. And I'm the one to always disagree. We are organized. If you have 100 churches, you have 85 businesses, there's some organization that takes place to bring those things together. What we don't have, we have yet to sit down and come up with a common vision. We have yet to sit down to see what are the purposes of those organizations and businesses and how we can build a community with it, okay? And building a community, the first level has to be economic. It has to be economic. You have to know the dollar that you get, where does it go? Because every dollar that comes into your pocket, believe it or not, is building a community. Why not ours? But how is that done? It's done by, I provide a service, you pass it to me, so-and-so provide another service, and so on and so forth. Like that, our community is being built.
Thank you, Sons. So, we're gonna open it to the public, and I know most of you by name. From my point of view, For those of you who don't know me, my name is Mike Gasson. My point of view is that we know the problems. We acknowledge the problems. We have to come up with solutions, first thing. Last week, we've had about 8 to 10 events raising money for Haiti. Those are events that I personally know about. So people that I don't know, other organizations from other communities were doing things, but 8 that I know of was happening. The question was, during those 8, some raised 500, some raised 3,000, some collected some clothes, toiletries, food. They did what they could. Each of these, 3,500, 200. What I see that we would be good at doing is if we could get everybody that has collected their little small amount, however small, however big, and come together bigger so we can have a bigger impact, to give it somewhere so that it will, instead of having just a little bit at one place and then it'll help for a day or two and then they run out. So at this time, I am going to open it to the public, and I'm going to ask somebody from Hero to stand up and comment, or let's find solutions, because we all know the problems. What have you noticed, and how can we move forward from here? You guys got me as a moderator today.
Well, the unfortunate thing about being, I guess, the president of a youth organization is that even though I don't have all the answers and they may have the answers, they always pick me. And to make that even worse, you're asking for solutions. Well, let's backtrack just a little bit, right? So Hero is here. We're here as individuals. We're here as a group. But we're not here as Hero. We're here as Haitians. All right? So when Mike Hassan mentioned all of these events that was going on, we participated in a few of them. And the reason we did so was not to participate as a group, but we wanted to participate as individuals, as Haitians. So we try to do things in a collective way. Hero is here to serve the community. Right? We're not here to reinvent the wheel. We're not here to recreate things that already exist. Right? So if you're asking what's the solution is exactly what we're doing here. Right? Maybe we have, I don't know, 100 people here. Maybe we can take a decision. We say, okay, we're going to meet next week, and then maybe we have 1,000 people. And then we go a week further than that, and then maybe we have 10,000 people, right? Because as we're having this conversation here right now, there might be another group somewhere else in the United States, in Canada, somewhere in this world that's having the exact same conversation. And Flint's mentioned something very big about our finances. When you think about stuff that you buy, anytime you make that dollar, the things that goes out, I mean, it's amazing that we don't have those things for ourselves, right? I was talking to somebody recently, just looking at the other ethnic communities, the Koreans, the Jewish, so on and so forth. I mean, they have their own bank, right? They're getting mortgages from their bank. They're getting car notes from their bank. And we don't have those things. And one of the things that Flint mentioned is trust. And I know Ishmael talks about that too. I think if we're going to try to do something bigger than ourselves, we need to forget about our affiliation, meaning that it ain't a Hero thing, it ain't a chamber thing, it's a Haitian thing. We need to forget about where we represent our faith. This ain't a church thing or a community, it's a Haitian thing, man. So the young people, the young generation, the way we look at it, it's like, yo, we Haitian. We're Haitian, our parents were Haitian, even if some of us were not born here, we're Haitian, and it hurts. It hurts like hell. Oh yeah. It really hurts where you're watching a debate, and the sticker that's on our back is the poorest country in the world. Now, I don't know about you, I'm talking for myself, but that hurts. It hurts every single time I hear something about Haiti, it's negative. So I'm here today to talk. I'm here to talk to you guys, and you guys talk to us, and for us to take this conversation and pass it on to the next person. One thing that we do believe here in Hero is the younger generation, right? We focus on youth because the youth is the future, right? You might be talking about a plan. Florence might be, I don't know, 85 years old. Right?
Hey, wait a minute.
But if you're talking about planning for Haiti and planning to take us out of the situation we're in, I mean, it's not going to be something that's for a year. It's not going to be something that happens in 5 years. I've known Flint since I was, I'm guessing, 11 years old.
And I was 12.
So it's been a minute. So we're here. We want to hear opinions. We want to hear strategies. We want to hear plans that's on your hearts that you have so that we can participate. The way we've participated so far was that some of these things happened and people raised some things and we just made ourselves available to help out with these things. All right, so I'm interested because I'm still young and I'm interested to see what you guys have to say.
Thank you, woman. So from that, we know how to talk. I have to tell you something, and it's nothing against all the great speakers, but Haitians know how to talk. And who agrees with me here? I for one, right? Great speeches, touch the heart, discours, you know how to say it, you know how to do that well. From what you just said, I got one thing out of it. Not that you had one thing only, but that's what I got. It's presence. So we need presence, right? Presence is a big thing. So we're present as Haitians here, and that the next time, if we're gonna do this again, instead of 100, however, we double that number, we triple that number, and try to get it more. I would have loved to see some of the other organizations that had events in the community being here. So I think another way we could do that is to contact head of organizations or groups of friends, because really it was some groups of friends that decided let's do something. So you make sure that you contact them and invite them to the next meeting and see if we can put all our resources together. All right. Okay, before I move on to the next person, I would like to mention that this is a Black-owned business that is supporting us Haitians, so we need to support them. So I hope you order, and
Michael Glover.
I'm sorry?
Michael Glover is here, owner of Vincent's.
Okay, Michael Glover, owner of Vincent's Pizza, is here. So we want to acknowledge him and thank him for. Would you like to say a few words?
I'd just like to say welcome everybody. I was excited about this when you told me. My friend Jackie here told me about it. It's been my pleasure to do something like this. My counterpart, best friend Dominique, who couldn't be here today, is from Haiti. And he's here to open up several of these around Atlanta, Georgia. We got together now. We have control of Georgia here for Nancy's Pizza, which we'll be building throughout the city. And whenever you need a venue like this or something like this, you can be free to reach out to us. We'll be glad to help.
Thank you. We can do it two ways. You can do it by a raise of hands, or I can just call out the names of people like I did with. So I'm gonna go and ask Martine, the warrior queen, if you have a few words to say, anything that you can help us with, or why are you here today? So from Martine's talk, I got prevention, long-term prevention. If something horrific were to happen again next year, what are we gonna do? Are we prepared for it? So on the same table, I believe that we have Miss Jackie from the Caribbean Chamber of Commerce. All right, so if you please welcome, and if you'd like to ask questions, talk, what you see yourself yourself, how do you see yourself contributing, or